Now we're going to call together the Thursday, October 25th, 2018 meeting of the Committee to Approve Public Art, otherwise known as CAPA. And James, would you start with a roll call?
Yes. Commissioner Merck?
Here.
Commissioner Hirsch? Here. Commissioner Tosher?
Here.
Tosher, sorry. Commissioner Addison?
Here.
And Chair Golden.
Here.
Thank you.
I see that item number 2 is public comments. We're going to hold public comments and go ahead and approve the minutes under the business items, and then we'll go back and take comments on our discussion about approving the modifications to the Ojai Valley Inn farmhouse project. Can we do that? Okay. So we have some minutes to approve, the July 16th, 2018 CAPA minutes and the September 10th, 2018 CAPA minutes. Do we have a motion to approve from anybody?
So moved.
Okay, and a second from Barbara. Thank you. All those in favor? Can we do this as that way, James?
Yes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so those minutes stand approved. And we'll move right to the request for modification to the previously approved project at the Ojai Valley Inn and Spa, also known as the Farmhouse. And we want to thank the inn for the documents that they sent ahead of time, and also for their enthusiasm about this project. I mean, it's really been a delight to see what the inn has come up with and what they've embraced. And we might be able to talk about that a little later. So I believe the item that was outstanding were the benches. And if you all looked on page 6 of the handout that we received, I believe the new location for the benches is there. And I will just start with you, John Merck, and if you have any questions that you'd like to ask.
Not at this time. Thank you.
Not at this time. Ms. Tosher, do you need a little more time? Shall I go to someone else?
Yeah.
Barbara? No questions?
No question.
No questions? Marcy? Oh, no questions from Marcy, and I also have no questions. Actually, I have a comment which I would like to make, and it might be actually a question. When I looked at the benches, it looked as though you also have the metal. Now, was that originally on the benches also? Okay, because I really didn't notice it the first time, and I love when you put the spirit of the tree on the work that you do, Ryan. Yeah. Well, we're very excited, and we're going to take a motion to approve what you've done and let you guys get out of here and go back to your busy day. So if somebody wants to make a motion to approve the adjustment.
I move that we approve the adjustment for the Ojai Valley Inn farmhouse project.
Second?
I happily second.
And we'll do a roll call vote on this.
Commissioner Merck?
Yes.
Commissioner Hirsch? Yes. Commissioner Tosher?
Yes.
Commissioner Addison?
Yes.
Chair Golden.
Yes. Okay, well, congratulations. We are so excited. And I just want to tell everybody, especially since this is being televised, that Alex Kim told me a few moments ago that they are going to plan a community celebration around this project in January, and that, of course, CAPA will be invited, and City. And thank you from the bottom of our hearts for embracing public art and coming up with this incredible piece that memorializes the Thomas Fire and at the same time adds such a wonderful element to your new farmhouse event center. So thank you very, very much. Yes, I'd love
I just want
that.
to say throughout this process, I saw how passionate you are about the, I first thought ignorance. I was so ignorant to think that this was to really utilize local artists, which is a wonderful thing to do. That's what we did. However, what's more important is how much you care about the art piece to entire Ojai. So, I learned a lot, and it's amazing how much you give for the community and its art project. So that's what makes Ojai, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you, Alex. That touches me. Thank you. All right, one down. Okay, we'll let, bye, guys.
Thanks.
Nice to meet you.
Photos of some of the kids. Just
Oh, great.
Okay,
Great.
thank you, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
We'll pass those around. We'll see you.
Oh, they're
Great.
All right, if everybody's ready, we'll just move right on here to, I want to put these aside. To consider Sane Living Center's proposed public art project. These are revisions to the originally approved project. It was approved 100%, but the developer and the artist decided to make some changes that they had to bring before us, and they're coming back now with some complete information about those changes, which we all received in our packet. Would everybody like a minute to look at the packet? All right, I'm just going to take a little pause and let you all look at the packet. And then we'll start with questions when I get some nods here. Okay. Barbara, let me know when you're ready, and Marcy. Is everybody okay to go? All right. All right. Would the artist like to come forward and be available at the speaker in case there are questions? Ray, would you like to do that? And we'll start over here with Barbara. Barbara, if you have any questions, this is the time.
Not at this moment.
Not at this moment. Okay, Michael?
Well, I have two questions. The first relates to the placement of the question mark, I'll call it that for sake of clarity. As laid out on attachment D2, at the, I guess it would be the northeast end, the question mark is 4 feet from the edge of the plot, and I presume there's a sidewalk at that edge. At the other end, there is a shorter distance, and as a consequence, the curved completion of the question mark turns into the tree. It points into the tree. I just really want to know whether that's intentional or not, number one. And number two, did you consider moving it slightly further in that direction so that the tree was more embraced, if you will, by the question mark?
Yes. But pretty much, it's exactly what our intention was, to have the tree as the, like the upward spiral of the question mark, to be as close centered as possible
Okay,
to the
that's,
tree.
I think, what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
My other question is why did you choose to, if you're using stainless steel for the words on top of the base, which I applaud as a decision because it integrates it with the element itself, why did you choose to use gray paint on the front for the words on the front rather than continuing to use stainless steel for coherence, if you will, in the entire project?
I think Aubrey would probably answer that best. I mean, we could do it. I mean, it's,
I'm fine. This is a sample, just a test sample. That is the white concrete.
Right.
And you totally got it right that the top is to continue the stainless steel onto that. What the stainless steel is actually has, this is a piece of art. So I think we once went through this idea that this is an E, and it's specifically designed. This is an M.
Question that at all. It's just the
Right.
material that you
Right.
chose,
So-
stainless steel
so the
versus paint.
There's too many letters on the stuff that's on the side, and it would become quite difficult to lay each piece of letter and create it in stainless steel big enough. So we also wanted it to not take away from the top. So we actually had this out in the sun today. It was quite amazing. Depending where you were walking on with that E, it would either look like it was a shining mirror, or it would look black, or it would look in between where, and we felt putting it on the bottom side was going to detract from the other piece of art.
Okay, well, I just wanted to find out what
Right.
the thinking
But
was.
we did think about it.
Fine, thank you.
Okay, is that it?
That's all.
Does anyone else have any questions? Let's just stick right now to the wording and the materials and the base. Why don't we just take that approach? That we'll look just at the base. Any questions about that? Then we can move on from there. No? No other questions about that?
Can we see the maquette?
Would you like to see? Yeah.
Okay, so Marcy was asking to view the maquette for those that couldn't hear. The maquette. While we're looking at the maquette, I want to also bring to everyone's attention that the fountain has been redone as a sundial, which we think is, I shouldn't say we haven't discussed, but I really applaud that decision to go with the sundial. I think it just really works with what you have going on, so I really like that a lot. Marcy, you have questions?
I have a question.
Okay, Barbara, yeah.
Will water puddle on the top of the question mark on the sundial?
No.
No.
Okay. John, anything you want to ask?
No, I'm pretty happy with what we have right now.
Okay.
I have one question. The area, the open areas on the larger parts of the sculpture, will feet be able to fit in there? I'm thinking climbability of this.
Okay, so here's a story. I've done a lot of public artwork where I've researched, would you have children putting their heads and their feet? Usually, it's all about the head. I think it's 5 inches, nothing larger than 5, and nothing smaller than 9. So I'm actually at a situation where a head can't fit in there. And as far as a foot goes, it could go in there, but it's going to be something that's not as easy. It's easy, maybe easy to climb, but it's going to be a foot probably won't fit that well, and it's not going to be so comfortable for them, depending on what they have on. But there's no sharp edges. That's the thing, and all the edges are deburred to where you could touch it. You're not going to get any issues.
And you're installing a security camera, I would imagine?
Correct.
Okay.
And you have liability insurance?
We will.
Thank you.
We do have one question to ask. One question to ask, since you have a lot of art around in different insurance companies, we would appreciate getting a list of a few of the insurance companies. We approached the main insurance of our building, and because we don't own that art, they were reluctant to insure it. But we're working on some other insurance companies, but you must have some, so we'd appreciate if we found out who's insuring some of your art.
James, will you follow up with, thank you.
It wasn't the structure, it was really that we weren't the owner of the
Right.
piece.
Right. Understood. Well, are there any other questions about this that we see right in front of us here that you want to ask? Barbara, did you have anything? Okay, so we're all pretty clear on this. I have a couple questions. Are the benches still part of this plan? Are there still a plan for benches in this area?
We want to have some benches around there. We think it would be simpler if the benches were not part of the art,
Oh, no, I don't mean as part of the art. I'm
Okay.
just wondering, yeah.
but the answer to that is yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, fabulous. And then the only other thing outstanding for me, and I think all of us need to see this, is the mock-up of the sign of the required plaque. And I believe Ray said he has something to show us. Okay, thank you.
This is probably the actual size.
Great.
Thank you. I'm going to pass this around so everyone can take a look at it, but it looks exactly like it needs to be. It needs 20, the date is on there, correct, yes? The title, the materials, the artist. Perfect. Excellent. And it looks really pretty on the stone as well. Looks nice. Okay.
That's nice. Very handsome.
Could I throw a little 2 cents in there just for the hell of it? The Japanese style, if you look up round door on Wikipedia, anything that's round, it doesn't have corners, and if it did have corners, it chases the neighbors away, it makes them angry. So by having it round, it keeps people happier. Just to
Little
let you
feng
know.
shui there, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We like that.
That meshes nicely with the Ojai Gestalt, yes.
Very nice.
Well, if there are no more questions, then we will entertain a motion to approve the revised project. And we know that it's understood that what we're approving, you do not want to come back. You want to stick to this
Final
plan.
approval.
Final approval. You're a record for us. We try to do this in one meeting. Okay, so if someone wants to make a motion,
I move that we approve the public art piece for Sane Living Center, public art piece and the plaque as proposed and presented to us today.
second?
Second.
Okay, Michael seconded. And we'll do a roll call on this, James.
Commissioner Merck,
Yes.
Commissioner Hirsch,
Yes.
Commissioner Tosher,
Yes.
Commissioner Addison,
Yes.
Chair Golden.
Absolutely, yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you. And I want to say the same thing to you that you heard me say to the inn when they were here a few minutes ago. And that's your enthusiasm for doing a really valid piece of public art, something that speaks to people who encounter it, has just been fantastic. And we so appreciate that you are putting far more into this than you're required for the 2% that's required. We know that you're spending 3 times that plus. And just like the inn is so excited about what they're doing, we feel that excitement from you as well. I also want to congratulate you on having somebody, Peggy Lacera, out there who put together a packet that was so crystal clear and really helped us walk our way through what the new design was and what it's going to look like. Dimensions, everything, really well done. So kudos, and you're done. Do you have any, give us an idea when we can have a party out there.
Well, fortunately, a few weeks ago, I think it was 2 or 3, we were approved to actually have music outdoors, and a party would be very welcome here. We're working on something else right now that relates to this, and that is that we came up with this before we had read any of Yuval Harari's books. So his first book is called *Sapiens*, of which those words are on here. His second book is called *Homo Deus*, and the third book just came out. It's called *21 Lessons for the 21st Century*. And this book is about artificial intelligence. So we have a plan to approach him with this art and see if he'll come to Ojai to talk
Oh, that'd be great.
somewhere in the neighborhood.
Exciting.
What we think we would like to happen is, you know, he can easily draw 10,000 people. So there's, you know, maybe we take an afternoon and we have it actually in the street, right next to the sculpture. And there's a chance we have some inroads. I used to be on the board of directors of a very prestigious entity in Israel called the Strategic Dialogue Center. I was on the board with Gorbachev and de Klerk from South Africa and John Major and stuff like that. It was really how to resolve conflict, which is sort of interesting. And so we're working towards that.
Sounds fabulous. Well, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
One other thing to add, and that is, again, congratulations to you for having chosen to work with a resident Ojai artist who has deep roots in the community. And I think that makes this, as was the case with the project at the inn,
Right.
the best sort of public art. It's public art, but at the same time,
It's
it
our art.
draws upon the deep resources in this community.
Yeah.
And that's very important, I
And
think.
we really appreciate working with all of you. And yeah.
Well, we're not quite done. We'll be back to take a look when you have it
Yes.
installed, which I'm sure that'll just be a lot of fun.
Thank you.
So before I adjourn the meeting, is there anything, James, I've neglected like I did last time on the agenda?
No, that's all we have today.
Good. All right. If everyone is not opposed, then the meeting is adjourned. Congratulations to us as well.
Yeah.
Take a picture of you guys on the most important day of my life.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you.
Sure.
Thumbs up. Now, the next one
He
is
is
going to
taking a
be.
picture.